Hey everyone, no DMAA here, coming at you with another Digi deck profile on my red WarGreymon deck. But before I do that, let me explain why I'm showing my face to y'all. Well, this morning on March 1st, I officially got 100 subscribers, and I am feeling so grateful for that. I had to show my face and thank all of you for subscribing and watching my videos and showing your support throughout last month, since I started on February 1st. So it took me exactly a month to get this far, and I couldn't have done it without any of you. So thank you so much. And that brings the contest to a close as well for these two starter decks without packs. So I'm gonna give y'all a week to subscribe and tell me what your favorite Digimon is and why in the comments before I select a winner on Sunday. So that's the plan with this. I am so happy that I'm able to give these to people, to whoever wins. Thank you all for making this all possible. And without further ado, we're about to do some WarGreymon. Alright, switched over to deck profiling mode, and as you have noticed, I have got some stuff. So I didn't end up getting the Tamer's Evolution box, but I ended up getting the stuff from somebody who had extra. So I was very fortunate to find someone who actually had extra. At least of the playmat and this memory tracker, the deck box here. And then these sleeves are totally separate. They didn't come with the box at all. I just want to show these off. These came today, and I am so ready. DigiDestined leader sleeves. I'm so excited for 1.5 coming. But yeah, let's get started on the deck profile. So I run 4 Koromon and 1 Yokomon for my red WarGreymon deck, because Koromon's good for getting the full lineup, 1000 extra power. And Yokomon just fills the 5th slot, and when you attack an opponent's Digimon, it gets 1000 for the turn. For the battle, or whatever. Then I run 15 rookies. I run 4 Monitramon. Let's see. 3 Biomon. And 8 Agumon. 4 of the promo. And 4 of the start deck. So, yeah. Pretty good, pretty good. So I run 15 because I was bricking before with only running 13? 12? I don't know why I was running such a low count, but now I run 16 and I never miss Digivolve. I always have a rookie. That's so nice. This deck needs to start off with a rookie, I feel like, because you do not want to brick with this deck. I was bricking so hard before, but I changed it up, so now it doesn't brick at all. I never brick. At least in the rookie level. I run 4 Greymon. He gets +1 security to your inheritable. He's so good. Then Dark Tyrannomon, because he's a cheap Digivolution. And then 4 Blocker. So the champions are pretty standard. Run the Blocker, cheap Digivolve to get faster up to WarGreymon, and 4 Greymon just to get the +1 security. This deck can hit hard. I'll show you in just a sec. So let's start with the 3 of the Metal Greymon. I run 3 of it. This card can win games by itself. This card is so good. It gets +2 security, and it can swing for 3 cards on its own. You lose 5 memory when you swing with it, but sometimes it's worth. I've won games with him. Yesterday, I won with him. I couldn't get to WarGreymon, but he was a good finisher too. Good still. Then the inheritable is +3000 power, so he buff up your WarGreymon and Omnimon if need be. He's good, but I only run 3 because 4 seems excessive. I was running 4 before, and I did not want to see him that often, but 3 is good enough. Run 3 Metal Tyrannomon because he's a beat stick. He has 10k power. And then right now I'm running 3 Skull Greymon. On play, you can kill a blocker with him. I might cut it and put in a 4th Metal Tyrannomon because I think I don't need to be running 3. At first I thought blockers were a big problem, but they're just a regular problem. And I don't think I should be running 3. I think 2 is good, and I want to run 1 more Metal Tyrannomon because he's a good 10k. He was helping me win games too. He was just strong. Sometimes I couldn't get the Mega, and I was like, okay, I'll just swing with this dude because he's huge. Get the Greymon underneath him, +1 security. Ooh, you swinging. So good. This card, you don't even need Omnimon. I just run 3 of this WarGreymon. He's the ace of the deck. Like, if I can't win with him, then I win with Omnimon. Like, Omnimon's the last tech resort. This guy is the win con. When digivolving, he gets +1 security, and then during your turn, when he hits the security stack, option securities don't activate on him. So, Gaia Force, Trump Sword, Night Raid, like, none of those activate when he swings at you. This dude can get up to 4+ security from his own effect, so that's 2 already. Greymon, and then the tie, that's 4. That's you're swinging for 4. I swung at 4 at an opponent who was playing purple yesterday. And I only swung once at him all game, and it was just 4 cards, and they all went through. I destroyed his stack, and purple cannot. And it was so early game, so purple could not recover from that. It was like I realized the weakness of purple is like they cannot recover from security hits like that huge if they can't block it. He didn't have a blocker, so I swung hard and paid off. I was like, wow. And then there were a couple times where a Gaia Force was hit or a Coitus Breath, but it wouldn't activate. He's good. 2 Fulgane Digimon. He's the rookie kill. I've used him so much against the purple play too to like destroy the board because purple has a lot of weaklings, I realize. So I've been using him a lot to kill the board, and then at one time I even like cycled him out with Omnimon and played it again. It's good. And plus security when he swings, so when he's on board, he hits hard. Let's see. 1 Gallantmon. I only want to run 1 Gallantmon. When digivolving, if I have a red tamer, you can kill a Digimon with 6,000 or less. So he can kill blockers, pretty much, when you digivolve into him. So I was playing purple, and I drew him turn 1. It was my opening hand. I hoarded him until it was time to play him, and I played him twice. Because of the Omnimon. Like, oh my god, it was so good. I did Omnimon to get him back to my hand, and then I digivolved into my next Digimon, and it was so good. Like, I believe that in this game, if you run 1 copy of something, you will see it every game. You will see it. Like, I see him, I'll show you right now. I see him and Tai, and I only need to see them once. Like, that's it. Like, that's all I need. I only run 1 Tai too, because he's like the worst tamer out of everyone, but he gets you to 3 memory, and you know what? That's the bare minimum. That's all I need. And that +1 security don't hurt. He combo well with the WarGreymon. Like, this is actually not that bad, but you don't need to run 1 more of the tie. Like, yeah, that's +1 security stacks, but I'd rather have more Digimon. Like, we cannot brick in this deck. We have to keep digivolving, we have to keep the momentum up because there's so much removal in this game, especially red on red. We're just blowing each other up. Like, we have to be able to rebuild as quickly as possible. That's what the purple player advised me to do during the last Digi-Locals. Like, not that last, but like 3, 4, a while ago. I haven't played this deck in a while. But yeah, like, I've improved this deck so much. Like, I believe this is one of my best decks now. Like, this deck helped 3-1 my Digi-Locals with this deck. I tied second with my brother and another guy who played Blue Omnimon, and that game was crazy. That game was like, who could get the Omnimon first? And I was like, I only run 2, and he runs 4, so I was like, I cannot afford to do Omnimon first so get the Omnimon back. So this is what I did. I waited until he played the Omnimon first because I know he will, you know. But I have to wait because I only run 2. And then when he played his, I played mine. And then we just kept blowing each other up. Like, who could out Omnimon, you know? That game was crazy. It was like Yugi versus Kaiba, like Obelisk versus Slifer. Like, who can get that Egyptian God card out first? So, like, Omnimon versus Omnimon was so good. Like, but I only saw my Omnimon during the Omnimon games. When I was playing purple, I didn't see Omnimon. I only saw Omnimon like once out of the 3 games. I had to totally rely on WarGreymon and Gallantmon to win my games. I was like, this deck is good. I am so confident with this deck. And then let's see. Move these out of the way. Show you the rest of my build. Well, obviously for Gaia Force, you know why. you need 4. If you can't get 4, find a way. You really need Gaia Force in this game. Shield of Justice is actually a decent replacement if you really cannot get the Gaia Force. It's just find a way. And then I tech 1 Metal Seedramon. I tech 1. I always see it every game. I run it in my red deck because this thing can get me to Omnimon, and its effect is actually not that bad. On play, return 2 of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon back to your hand. I did this to a purple player. To the same purple player yesterday. I was like, he got a blocker out, so I dropped that because of the evolution underneath. So I was like, okay, and then I put it back, and then if he tried to play it like hard cast, this card's effect is like, if you swing with it, it cannot be blocked by Digimon without sources. So if he tried to hard drop that, he wouldn't be able to block me, and he had 0 security, so I trapped him a bit. I was like, I had to make him work a little hard. He had to play a rookie first and Digivolve, and like I had to make him work for it. Like he had to pay more memory. It was interesting. This card wins me games too. Metal Seedramon. Run it in your red deck because then you can. It's a shortcut to Omnimon too because it's a blue. Like Digivolve. I've done this. It's good. This combo works. Just run 1 of it. It's a good shortcut. So that's my build. I was so impressed with this build. Like, I'm so proud of it. I have to show off the MVP WarGreymon again. Like, this dude wins games. I'll show you the combo. Like, not the combo, but like the ideal lineup you want. So you want this dude, because of the buff, he gets plus 3k. Then the Greymon, so he gets plus 1 security. I prefer this Agumon over the other one. Like ideally I want that. Like it's pretty flexible. Like this is just good. Or shortcut faster. Just as long as you try to get at least 1 inheritable in there. Or even if you can't get inheritable in there, that plus 1 security on its own is still good because you still get 2 cards. So it's like it's pretty flex like doing it. It's just like you really want ideal at least that you at least want that Greymon in there. Like that plus 1 security is good. Like if you get lucky and go through it. And then even if you get just the ultimate, like if you have him or him, like you're wrecking people because if you have the Metal Tyrannomon and the Greymon and the starter deck Agumon, that's 11k. Like he's strong. Like he will get through stacks unless it's a actual mega with 11k. Or the Phoenixmon, you know, 12ks. But it's still like you'll get through most cards still. Like your chances are high. So ideally it's aggro. Bust through their security as fast as you possibly can. That's the win con here. Like it will work. Like it's genius. Like the only time it didn't work, I lost once against Blue Omnimon, but I made him work for it. Like we were building in the back and like waiting for someone to bring him out. We were both saying like how scared we were, and I was just like, yeah, dude, we both have Omnimon. Like we really cannot afford to fuck up here. Like I would wait. Like even if then I'd usually bring out the ultimate against him because then I'd just build again because I know he's probably just gonna Omnimon or Gaia or Coitus Breath it. You know, like he's gonna do something to it. But I'll build like to keep the tempo up. So that's why I run a lot of rookies so I can ideally like most of the time just start over. Like just keep it building, you know, keep it digivolving, just keep it digivolving. Like you do not want to brick. Like you have to be able to rebuild as fast as you possibly can. Like you absolutely cannot brick. If you brick, you're done. Like I bricked a couple times actually before I rebuilt this deck, and it was bad. Like if you brick with this deck, you will not win because you'll not be able to rebuild your tempo. Like it's so bad if you're too slow. Like you have to be able to be fast. So that's idea. That's why my counts are the way they are. Like I run 15 rookies. I only run 6 megas, 9 ultimates because I really need to draw into my ultimates. That's my main brick. Like I need to get to the ultimate stage because then I can get to the mega. Obviously, like yeah, that's obvious. But like if you don't have the ultimate, because you can win with the ultimate. That's the best part. You can actually win with this. Like, if you don't get a Mega, you can swing with the Metal Greymon and the Metal Tyrannomon and the Metals. Like, you know, run with the Metals. And you could actually try and win. I was doing that with Metal Tyrannomon. I was like, I was not drawing a Mega. Like, alright, I'm bringing him out because he had the Greymon underneath. I was swinging. And it was working. Like, he's strong, you know. So ideally, you just swing hard. That's the gist. That's all I got for you. Thanks for watching this deck profile. Like, this is the last deck I played for set 1.0, because the next Digi-Locals is gonna be March 14th and 1.5. So this is hype. Like, I love WarGreymon, so I'm really excited to play 1.5. Hopefully I can get cards. I hope everyone can get cards. Like, I wish you all luck. Like, bless. Like, I hope we find stuff. It's rough out there, DigiDestined, but we'll get through it. Alright, that's all I got for you. No DM out, and I'll see you all next time. I'm not sure what deck profile I'll give you, but I'll probably have one either the end of the week or next week. I'll probably not have it slow down a bit. Give myself a break. But yeah, I'll see you all next time.